today's video is going to be interesting because this is something that I've never done before. It's going to be a rune reading for the immediate future of the entire world. Basically, our connection to the subconscious of what we need to learn and how it projects out into human society and the animal and plant kingdom, and basically the immediate future of this world that we live in, Earth. Basically, this is what I'm going to focus on. And now, how am I going to do a rune reading for that? I'm going to spill out the runes that I've made myself. I basically cut down this limb. I sawed these pieces into the amount of runes necessary, and I also soldered in every single rune onto these pieces and painted them in red. And it's a very important rune set for me. There is other sets that I have in my possession, but this rune set is very important because it is very connected to me because of my effort towards it. And I did put a little bit of my blood on all these runes, and I put them in a simple burlap sack, I guess you could say, a small one. And I'm going to use these to try and tap into what the immediate future is for this world. So I'll show you what I have set up on my dry erase board. And this is the layout I'm going to use to cast my runes upon. And you can see plainly labeled the different spheres of influence. Now, of course, in the center we have immediate future, and then that's expanding out to what we need to learn, and then united consciousness, subconsciousness, and that basically encompasses united human subconsciousness, and maybe a little bit of the animal kingdom and plant kingdom as well, but the united human subconscious is what is concerned mainly here, and then it expands out into human societies and animal and plant kingdoms. So we also have these arrows over here, these red arrows, that represent how it expands and what direction. And where I'm going to cast the runes is not over these words. It's going to be on that little red dot up there. I'm going to basically aim the runes at that as I cast them, pouring them out of the bag. And wherever the runes lie, once they settle, is basically where I'm going to begin understanding the layout of these spheres of influence. Now, this is going to be a rune reading that takes place over many days of contemplation, but I'm going to mark where all of the runes land, and once I mark them, I'm going to give a basic understanding of how I interpret it off the cuff. I'm going to give a very basic understanding, but as the days progress, I'm going to learn more and more, and I'll share that with you. But that red dot up there is where I'm going to originally cast them, and then I'm going to mark where all of them lie and take a picture of it for you, and kind of focus on the different areas where the runes lie. So you'll have a clear definition, and I will understand them over many days. If you have any insight towards this, feel free to shoot it down in the comment section below. And feel free to message me on Facebook. I'm Hunter Salazar in North Texas, and I'll include a link to my Facebook in the description below. But let's go ahead and get started, and you'll see how this is going to work. Whew. All right. Near the immediate future, there will be a breakthrough in human society. Wholeness is still kind of universal. It is kind of outside of what we will see in the immediate future. We will see a certain amount of coming together in other ways, but wholeness as a united piece is still outside of the realms. The heart of the immediate future is that there is a positive flow, assuming towards the positive, since flow is in the upright form, not upside down, not reversed. Movement in our united subconscious. There is a movement that is happening as a result of the immediate future. The future sends out waves from itself into the present and the past, because we have to understand that time doesn't exist as a line, as a linear function. It exists as a system of cycles. And the fact that flow is in the upright, non-reversed form for the immediate future means that the cycle is very much going to follow its current path. And the movement of the united subconscious comes to bear when we consider flow also in the positive, not reversed. There will be an initiation between the united subconscious and human societies. We'll start to see more things of our subconscious come out into the general knowledge of society. There will be some kind of constraint between the subconscious, our united subconscious, and human societies. We still have things to overcome. We have seen and are seeing, and will continue to be true in the immediate future, calling upon the old gods, the ancestral gods, the gods that we in many societies have neglected for a long time. Ansels basically shows that there will be a calling upon the gods entering more into human society from the united subconscious because of their need. Okay, so we have Kenaz here, which basically represents opening, and there will be an opening up of human society. We'll see how that turns out as far as what kind of opening we're going to see. Standstill is the same, up and down, reversed and upright, and there will be some resistance in society as a result. There will be some stagnation, some standing still in human society. Maybe we can cross the bridge of consciousness, as per Issa. But there will be fertility between human societies and animal and plant kingdoms. We will see what we did not expect. We have seen a decline in the habitats of plants and animals because of our economic and non-caring for the environment attitude, usually for human beings, but there will be some renewed fertility. We're seeing that in the bees coming back, which is good. There will still be separation between human societies, animal and plant kingdoms. There will still be that idea that we're human and we're better than them. That's going to be a problem. That's Othala. Now we have Hagos, and there's going to be a liberation in the animal and plant kingdoms, meaning that they're in the immediate future. They're probably going to actually prosper, and a lot of these runes are showing that they're going to have a comeback as far as their environment goes, in my opinion. Then we have the rune for protection. Of course, that lines up perfectly with everything that I've been saying. I didn't look at that before, but it lines up perfectly with the fact that the animal and plant kingdoms will be protected in the immediate future. Ewas, communication with the animal and plant kingdoms. That will open up even more. Guful, partnership between the animal and plant kingdoms, and it's not treading the line for human society, but perhaps that will manifest in some way that I can't really see a partnership. but it's kind of not treading the line. Oros is the primordial strength. The animal and plants won't make an overall comeback back to where they were, but that's to be expected with how much damage has been done to the animal and plant kingdom. Then we have Akana, which is reversed. Growth between the outer universe, that relationship with the animal and plant kingdom, will be difficult. Our animal and plant kingdom and our human society, human activities, will have a problem syncing in with the universe in ways we can't imagine because we don't really acknowledge that connection in most societies and even most spiritual faiths. But it'll be hard because they've been out of sync, the animal and plant kingdom, and we've been out of sync with the universe for a long time because of the pollution and harm we've done to it. To the animal and plant kingdom, and that hurts their relationship to the rest of the universe. Harvest. There will be some kind of exchange between the universe and the animal and plant kingdoms and human beings, obviously, but whatever that exchange is, we're unsure. Possessions. Will be also that relates to the harvest as far as there being a source of power that is exchanged between our world and the universe. We don't know what that power is yet. The spiritual warrior. This is troubling because it's on the edge between the animal and plant kingdom and basically the universe. Maybe even our galaxy. That could also be an understanding. We will have some very serious questions to ask ourselves. That's what Tewaz is saying. That we'll have some very serious questions and problems we'll have to make a decision on for our world, for the sake of our world and its relation to the universe. Journey. Journey upside down. Redo, upside down, reversed. Being on the edge between animal and plant kingdom and the universe, that basically means that the journey is not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy. And joy is in the balance as well, on the edge between animal and plant kingdom and the universe, and us as well. This kind of melds in when we're talking about the universe. There will be unbalance, and joy itself, it's not reversed, but joy itself is still in the balance because it's on the edge there. Now, the very last rune that I have not covered is Thursas, which is completely outside, and it is also reversed, I believe, but it can also be considered. Thursas is kind of interchangeable in a way, but it does have a reverse. But Thursas being on the outside in the universe shows that the gateway to ultimate connection is still beyond the grasp of this world at this time, definitely for the immediate future. And the protective forces that can help us, our connection to the gods, is still very much not completely connected to this world like it was. The 9 worlds have been unzipping for a while, and our connection to the different nine worlds, or 9 dimensions, as I like to say. And we're just starting to have that connection back. So that gateway, that protective force to the rest of the dimensions is still, that strength is still beyond our grasp as far as being directly connected to the gods. So this is my initial understanding of this. I'll have to think about this for a while. I'm going to leave it on my wall because there's a lot of factors here that I'm going to have to think about for a while. These are my initial understandings. Take it for what it's worth, and just take it at face value. But in the coming days, if I come to any realizations, and I will be thinking about this quite a bit, I will definitely share it with you. It's going to be interesting in the coming days because I'm going to try to figure all this out, what I've seen, and how I can communicate this to other people. But I'll definitely include a picture of this in the end screen, basically, and after this section of the video, and leave it up there for a while so you can get a good look at it. And if you have any questions about how I did this, feel free to ask in the comment section. But to be honest, this layout is something that I came up completely by myself. And this rune reading had nothing to do with something that I've done before. This is the first time I've done this layout. This is This is something that I completely came up with, and I think it worked well, but there's just so much to process here. There's so much to process that I'm going to be thinking about it for a while. So I think I have tapped into a way to understand the universe through these runes in this pattern that came out, and I do think that it was very magical the way that it came out, but it will take some processing. So I hope that you will consider some of these factors that I've thrown out there, and I will surely see you in the future for more knowledge of the runes. This is the Allfather Odin, Wordwolf, Battle War, the Hooded One. I did burn some mugwort here. I have quite a bit of mugwort in here, and that's my sack for the runes. This is kind of what the runes look like. Get a few of them in there so you can see what I'm talking about. And soldering these on took quite a bit. I tried to carve them, but that did not work too well with the kind of wood I was using. But this is kind of what they look like. And I'm really attached to this rune set. I would like to say that I highly enjoyed this. This is some mugwort oil that I did dot on this and put on myself. I love mugwort. It's very connected to the runes. And hey, y'all have a great day, and please take some of this to heart.